September 11, 2000 the world. The Daimon screen flickered in the dim kitchen light like a second heartbeat. Freya Noxia Pelagia stood barefoot on cold tile, one hand pressed flat against the curve of her lower belly, the other locked around a chipped coffee mug she had forgotten to drink from on the screen. Two temples to Mammon, tall, gleaming, arrogant, stood against a clear September sky by the sea. Then the first one opened its side like a wound that refused to close. Then the second smoke rose in thick black columns that looked, for one terrible second, like the wings of something ancient trying to take flight and failing. Her soul screamed, "God, protect my unborn child from the world I am watching." The words were not spoken aloud. They tore through her chest, through the thin golden string she already carried without knowing its name, through every future version of herself that would one day stand in other kitchens, other thresholds, other hours. The scream was pure and animal and absolute. It demanded war. It demanded blood for blood. It demanded that someone somewhere pay for the sudden rupture of the ordinary morning. At the same time, her spirit cried for peace. The cry was quieter, older, almost ashamed of itself. It rose from the same place the scream had come from, yet it moved in the opposite direction, towards stillness, toward the soft weight of the child already forming under her palm, toward the impossible hope that the towers falling on the screen were not the beginning of an endless ledger of debt. Two voices, one body, one morning. She did not yet know that this split would become the pattern of her life, soul and spirit arguing over every man, every child, every crossing. She only knew that the world had cracked open on live television and that the crack ran straight through her. Outside, the New York sky was the color of ordinary grief. Inside, the Nagita screen kept replaying the same two collapses, the same falling bodies, the same slow bloom of smoke. The voices of the anchors overlapped, trying to name what could not yet be named. Terrorists, they said. The word hung in the air like a new god that had not yet decided whether it was hungry or merciful. Freya would later understand that the men whose faces flickered across the screen were not the only ones who had set the fire. Real terrorists, she would come to believe, wore better suits and spoke in the language of markets and oil and fear. But on that morning, the word was enough. It was the only word the Nike screen knew how to offer. And so the world accepted it the way a body accepts a fever. Because the alternative was to admit that the wound had no single offer. She set the mug down, coffee spilled across the counter in a dark, spreading stain that looked too much like the smoke still rising on the screen. Her free hand stayed on her belly, the child inside her, still unnamed, still only a pressure and a secret, shifted once, as if answering the dual cry of its mother. In that moment, Freya Noxia Pelagia did something she would never fully remember choosing. She lifted her face toward the ceiling of the small apartment, toward whatever sky still existed above the smoke, and she swore fealty. Not to any flag, not to any president, not even to the God whose name she had just invoked. She swore to Odin, the old one, the wanderer, the one who had already given an eye for wisdom and still found the price too low. not yet know she carried. She swore that whatever came next, whatever blood and ash and long years of suspicion, she would keep walking. She would keep writing. She would keep stitching the broken pieces, even if the pieces turned out to be her own. The Nikean screen continued its endless loop. The two towers of greed finished falling. The sea beyond the bay kept its own counsel.